Bradley Airport says it is prepared for a unique holiday season as travel is expected to be down about 65% over the Thanksgiving holiday weekend. But if you do plan to fly, Bradley officials are encouraging travelers to come prepared. According to the CDC, traveling increases the chance of getting and spreading COVID-19. But officials at Bradley Airport say for those who do choose to travel,
welcome back to Connecticut.
they are implementing new safety precautions to keep passengers and employees safe.
Certainly cleaning protocols and sanitizing protocols have been enhanced significantly. Folks will see plexiglass shields separating employees from passengers for passenger safety. Procedures at the TSA checkpoint have been adjusted to minimize contact.
Guidelines including a face covering mandate requiring everyone entering the airport to wear a mask, enhanced cleaning, especially in high-touch areas such as kiosk, baggage claim, and restrooms. Parking now limited to the garage across the street from the departures terminal, so there's no worry about a shuttle. And the biggest addition, on-site COVID testing available for individuals who want to take a test before hopping on a flight or when you've landed back here in Connecticut.
Your health and your safety are 100% key.
Travelers we spoke to at Bradley Airport all sharing positive feedback from flights coming off Delta and Southwest Airlines.
The flight was amazing because I have my own row and I was in the back, so there were not like a lot of people.
I experienced another flight that I got to actually stay on board, and they actually sanitized the planes up and down.
But even for some travelers who experienced up to par flying conditions,
it actually was pretty good.
They also say they won't be flying too often.
This was kind of like an emergency because my friend really needed help with her baby. I'm not gonna fly for fun purposes just because of pretty much every state is a hot spot right now.
Some other good tips if you are traveling over the next few weeks: use a mobile boarding pass, bring your own hand sanitizer, and travel with carry-on luggage only. In Windsor Locks, Zania Maldonado, Fox 61 News.